Good morning, Baby Catan fans, and happy Tuesday. This is Kristen, your local baby wearing educator, and I just wanted to give you guys a couple tips and tricks as we head into the busy holiday season. As you may or may not know, your Catan is able to be worn 5 different ways. So what I'm going to show you today is one of the quickest and most popular ways to wear your older infants and especially into your toddler years. And it's the hip carry position. It's one we get a lot of questions on, so I've got my 2-year-old that is going to help me demonstrate. So I'm just going to give you a word of caution. Toddlers are unpredictable, so cross your fingers and hopefully this goes off without a hitch. If you have questions while we're talking, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Let me know you're here, and I will try and answer them while we can. Yes, I'm going to hold you. So, I just want to introduce you guys. This is Colby. Colby, can you say hi?
Hi.
Colby is 2.5. She will be 3 in February, and as you can see, she is a lot of toddler. She's about 30 pounds. So if you didn't realize it, your Catan can be worn up to 35 pounds. So, first I'm going to give you a little demo. Yes, in 2 minutes, okay? And then I'll put you up. So obviously, Lori's going to tell you to read the manual, but the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you have the appropriately sized Catan. So if you're shopping online this holiday season, head to babycatan.com/sizing, and that will let you know. You can actually plug in your numbers and it will spit out the appropriate size for you. If you're walking into your local retailer, you can just pick up the box and it shows you on the side which size works best for you based on your pre-pregnancy dress size. For men, for your jacket size. So there's a few different ways that you can make sure that you're getting the appropriate size, because that's the biggest deal, especially when you're wearing older kiddos, is making sure that the size fits the right way. A lot of times people think that, oh, the bigger the kid, the bigger the size, but that's not how this works. You want to make sure that your carrier at any stage fits nice and snug. She's climbing into a box right now because apparently she's also part cat. So you want to make sure that the carrier is nice and snug so it actually supports the weight of your kiddo. So, all right, let me make sure. Can somebody do me a favor? I'm not seeing any comments coming through, but like I'm getting notifications that they're there. So can you just throw me like a like or show me a comment and let me know that I can see you? And then, because it's a little bummer if I can't get your questions. So hold on one second. And I'm going to try and pull up my computer while we're talking, just so I make sure when I'm doing demos, I want to make sure that I'm answering your actual questions to make sure that you guys know what we're doing. So let me pull up on my computer, and we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. All right. Lovely. All right. So if you have questions as we're doing this, like I said, leave them in the comments and we'll get them answered. But first things first, when doing the hip carry position, you're actually going to take your carrier out of the bag, and then you're going to put the bag to the side, because for the hip carry, you don't need the support sash. So you just actually need the carrier itself. So again, the thing about the Catan is, again, it comes all attached. There's 2 big loops held together by 1 small loop. For the hip carry position, you're going to take those 2 loops and you're going to double them basically over each other. So you're going to take one, put it on the inside of the other. So you've made like 1 loop. Then from here, you're going to slide both loops together over your shoulder. So it kind of looks like this really gorgeous beauty pageant sash, right? Next part is where you're going to put your kiddo in. Now this position is once your child can sit unassisted. So we're talking usually around 6 months and up. You want to make sure that they can support their weight of their body, the weight of their neck. She's watching herself in the camera on the computer right now, and I'm kind of dying. So you want to make sure that you've got an older infant. So this is not going to be appropriate for your 2-month-old, your 3-month-old. Those positions, again, you're going to want to do hug, keep them nice and close to you, support their body, support their back. But once they're sitting up, once they're sitting unassisted, hip carry is where it's at. Okay, so as you can see, I've got both loops kind of put together as 1 loop over my shoulder. And then like what I like to do is just kind of, again, give it a nice little stretch. So from here, you're going to grab your kiddo. Colby, ready? Are you ready? Okay. Oh, up we go. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this, again, depending on the size of your child, proportionate to the size of you. She's a big kid, but I'm a big girl, so we're just going to go through the top. So from here, we're just going to put her legs in through the carrier, and you're going to let her straddle your hips, just like you would be holding her naturally. And what we're essentially going to do is create a little hammock for her bum to sit in. So you're going to take those loops, okay, and spread them over her beautiful fluffy dress and up and over her back. From here, once you kind of have it like across her back, then what I usually like to do is grab that other loop under the bottom, really make a nice seat for her so that, again, you're supporting her back, you're supporting her legs. And then from here, you're just adjusting for comfort. I like to kind of have it so it's a little bit over my shoulder. That distributes the weight a little bit better. And then I can pull down. I can pull down, kind of straighten it out. Again, spread it across her back so she's nice and supported. What do you think, Coles? Is that good? The other thing to remember about the hip carry position is this one is not technically hands-free. You always need to have at least one arm on the baby's back just to support and make sure that when she starts to be her typical toddler self and do this, that she's still supported in the carrier. So the weight is good. The weight is on my hip, on my shoulder, just like I would be if I was holding her naturally. But it just kind of gives you, again, one arm free, gives them some closeness, which over the holiday season, I think sometimes we forget that it can be very overwhelming for our little ones. So if you have your baton nearby, you saw it was a pretty quick, no, not right now. It's a really quick and easy way to pop her into a position where she feels safe. Okay. Are you comfy? Yeah. Do you like the cuddle? Yeah. Colby, how old are you? 2. You're 2. Can you show 2? 2. So it gives her, again, that closest that she's craving, but it kind of gives my arms a break. She's supported in the carrier, and when she inevitably is snacking on foods at Thanksgiving and drips them down the front of it, it's completely washable. You want to go get a snack? Okay, let me show you how to get your toddler out of the carrier. You're basically just going to work this backwards, and you're going to kind of shimmy it down their back, down their bum, and lift them up and out. If you have a bigger one like Colby, you can also slide them out the bottom because they can stand on their own. Is that good? No. Okay. So toddlers like to grab bellies, and it feels really awesome. Yes, go get a snack. So if you have any questions on the hip carry position, please leave them in the bottom. I'll come back and answer them. If you haven't joined our VIP community yet, you should probably head over there, Convos and Cuddles with Catan. It's a really great place to have these fit checks, fit tips, connect with other members of the baby wearing community, and my computer. And it might just be a special promo happening right now just for our members for Black Friday. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this gave you a quick tip of how to help your little one through the holidays, how to give yourself a little bit of a break, and how to use your Catan in the process. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, everybody.